Thank you for continuing to choose TAMIU Advancing Research and Curriculum for your graduate writing needs. The following video contains selected recordings from the live professional development workshop, Refworks Advanced, which was hosted by TAMIU ARC Graduate Research Assistant Janessa Berlanga. For more information on how to access Refworks, for other graduate writing information, or to attend other live workshops hosted by ARC, see the links in the description and subscribe to our YouTube channel and social media. Thanks.
Just as a quick introduction, my name is Janessa Berlanga. I'm a research assistant with the TAMIU ARC, and today we're going to be going through talking about Refworks, kind of figuring out or hearing what exactly it is as a tool, getting into what it can do. So yes, this is our advanced workshop. So as I mentioned just a moment ago, we're going to talk some of the basic information, just review that really quick. We also want to talk about how to create those citations using Refworks, how to convert references from one style to another. So if you've got something that's an MLA and you want it to be an APA, we'll talk about that. And then also how to create a folder within Refworks and how to share it to other collaborators and other people that you're working on projects with. So the basics, again, Refworks is a cloud-based program, and it lets you upload different files, PDFs, documents, articles, and you can search them for the author reference information and generate those citations that way. So those citations that go basically in your references or in your works cited, and then also, it just keeps that kind of organized for you. Refworks is free to all TAMIU members, students, faculty, all that. And the best way to get Refworks set up on your computer or wherever, because it is cloud-based, so wherever you go, I'm going to go ahead and share this. Okay, so Franco went ahead and put the link to Refworks in the chat. You guys are more than welcome to click on that. As you're doing that, we're going to go ahead and take a moment for you guys to all sign in. Basically sign up with your Dusty account and then create your password. And just let me know if you're having any problems. You can put that in the chat or you can just unmute yourself and let me know. I really don't mind interruptions. So a little bit more about the basics. It is also an add-on for Chrome, and you can save. You can make, a Save to Refworks button on your Tools tab. So once you have your Google Chrome set up, you can add that as well. So it's kind of an easier way to just pop things into your different folders on Refworks. And then once you upload a document using the Add button, you can also edit your entries on your All References page and generate citations using the Create Bibliography button. So I also have my own Refworks account, and you guys can see that now. You can see I've got my different folders. What I wanted to show was, I think here's where you can create the bibliography. You can also do a quick citation editor. So we'll come back to this in just a moment. So yeah, that button that I showed you up at the top that says Create Bibliography, that's where you're able to do that. Okay, so next slide. So when you're trying to make a custom citation style, you would go again to Create Bibliography and then select Custom Citation Editor, and you would select New Style, which would be at the top right. So before I move on, I'm going to go ahead and show you that one more time. Create, then you go to Style Editor, and then you click up here, New Style. And here I think it looks like you could search. You could also give it a name and then do the search. So for example, we would go look through maybe APA 7th, because that is the most recent version of APA. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up here. And then you can see it's got different types of APA 7th. Let's say we'll click that one. And then you would give a name up here. So these are all the different folders I have. So we're going to go ahead and click Suicidality and LGBTQ youth. We'll click that. So I'm going to try that again. And Franco suggested giving it a different name. So that would be something like APA 7th A or something. Let's try that. So yeah, so what we did up there, we got as far as giving it a name and then doing a search. So here we could look up that's APA 7th with the no case changes. It is going to ask for under title, and then you can change the title to sentence case, since that's what we use for APA 7 when we are citing journals. And then after customizing the title, you would again call it APA 7 and then academic journals. You can also do a different one for books, for movies, for tweets. A lot of those things can be cited. You just have to check with your different manuals that you have. I know MLA, the newest edition, I want to say it's the 8th, but do not quote me on that, it does have different guidelines for how to quote those different things, and also APA 7th has different guidelines for how to quote, books, movies, different social media posts. Okay, so making custom styles like this, you want to make sure that you save that reference data onto the All References page. So converting from one style to another, and this is when you go back to the home page or the All References page where you just see all of your different articles that you have saved. You can go to Create Bibliography, and then again Create Bibliography, and then if you want to switch between the styles like on the fly, kind of just as you're going. Okay, so when you're going back and forth, you can try out some of the new different citation styles. There might be something like neuroscience letters or even American political science. And then also Chicago is one that sometimes people use. You just want to that's more so to like see what's different and how different things are formatted in the different styles, and make sure that all of your corrections are on your all reference page. You also can kind of check out where you can apply the different custom styles that you made, and you can choose to select certain references and then only apply your custom format to just the ones you want it to apply to. So you can be very customized that way. So I would definitely advise that you guys organize all your different references into folders like you saw in mine earlier. I had for different projects, for different subjects as well. So you can just kind of keep them organized. I know here in the example on the PowerPoint slide that you can use based on different types of media. So if you have only books, you can keep all the books in one folder, you can keep all your journals in another, and then videos or online web pages, all of that separately in their own different folder. And that can be helpful if you have different types of citation needs, even within the same citation style, depending on whether it's a book or a journal or a video, especially when you think about things like the APA 7, because they do have very specific guidelines for how to cite a book versus how to cite a video versus how to cite a journal. So this is when you come up here, you were able to create a new style. We're not going to do that right now. We're at the all references, and here you can hit create bibliography, and then again create bibliography. So up there it shows that it's the APA 7th with the academic journals, and it shows how those references look. If you want to switch, so Franco's clicking through recent styles, and you could click something like maybe neuroscience letters and see how that kind of changes it. So see, that's a totally different style that you're able to look at. And like we mentioned earlier, you can kind of pick which ones you want to stay in neuroscience letters versus which ones maybe you want in APA 7th. So that's that. So another thing I wanted to talk about was sharing your folders. I've actually done this recently with one of my folders. I had it titled Advocacy Project, and this is because it's a group project for one of my courses, and I shared it with 2 other classmates. Basically, you make a folder. I'll show that in just a minute, and then you can drag and drop your different folders, your different files into that new folder. And then at the top of your folder, you're able to click, you go into it, you click share, and then you add different members of the people that you would want to be able to see that file. So we might add one of you all today just to kind of see so you guys can see how that works. And you guys can practice it too. You can make a folder, drop in some articles, and then if you want practice, you can share that with me here. This is my Dusty account. You could also just send it to my work account, which is janessa.berlanga@TAMIU. I'll put that in the chat so you can send it to my Dusty, or you can send it to my work. And this is, again, just so you guys to have that practice of sharing files, so you know what that looks like. Like I mentioned earlier, you go into one of your folders, So this is the all references. We want to go to a folder, so we can click APA 7 articles. That works. Then you want to come up, so you can see the 3 different files here, and then go up to where it says share. This little icon says share folder, and then again you could click up here someone that you want to share it with, and Franco's going to go ahead and share it to me, my Dusty. So that's that. You can also share with the entire TAMIU community. You can do that by actually looking you can kind of see folder shared at TAMIU, and then it comes up with adult paper or COVID stress, and you can join those if that's something you're interested in. So that's also really good to know. If we come up here, that was, if you looked at the section that was titled folders at TAMIU International, so that's where you would see that what we showed you earlier. But yeah, we are coming a little bit towards the end. Also definitely just reference your APA 7 manual. We have a couple copies here. This is the newest publication manual for APA. So you can come check it out here at Pellegrino 203, which is where we are, or if you have your own, definitely check it out. Make sure which one lines up best with those guidelines. That's going to be your best bet. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. So the next workshop is in 2 weeks. Yes, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, October 28th, and it'll be in Pellegrino 219. I'll be leading that one as well, and it's preparing for academic conferences. So if there are those of you who are getting ready to maybe present at LBB or different conferences that are going on currently, please join me. We'll talk about public speaking tips, some research prep, and how to just be prepared and feel confident in front of your audience. So be sure to bring questions, and please RSVP at the email, writingconsultant@tamiu.edu, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you there. So if you get a chance, come stop by Pellegrino 203. Thank you. I'm glad you joined us.